Oh, we are live, and we are live. Yeah, okay. So, hello guys, Tasso here, and today we are on part 3 of Pyre. So, last episode we crossed the sea, of Solace to the other side of the further up north, not Commonwealth, the downside. And we encountered a few new party members. We got Sir Gilman, the best guy ever, and then we met Pamita as well. Yeah, and lots of things, quite a lot of things happened. So today we're going to finally meet this Sandalwood that's been mentioned about, and see what's up with all of this. Alright, let's go. Reader, though you shall always bear a burden, it is much lighter than the burden of a lonesome exile. Okay. Oh, Pamita. She's doing something on her mind. You approach Pamita, who has kept to herself since she joined your small band. Pamita, she is an outcast of the High Wing Remnant, the Commonwealth's hated enemies. You sense she is unaware of you as she preens her flight feathers, but then she speaks up before you can do the same. Come to check up on me, reader darling? In those first moments when we met, the vote of confidence in me which you relate to that nice headwind boy, I'm grateful you were willing to see past this wings. One of your kind's ancient enemies just happened to insert herself into your group and you just go with it? However, I assure you that my motives here are plain. You see, I have a business with my blood sister Tamita, and nothing more. You briefly met, I think. She's quite a catch. As to the little quibble between us, well, it's a long story, all in all, one that's frankly no one's business but hers and mine. Surely we run into her again, maybe not soon, but in time, and we have the rest of our long lives to wait. Anyway, happy to aid you in your quest until such time, especially to the extent that it aids me in mine. A simple exchange. Until then, stay vigilant, darling. You needn't concern yourself with making small talk with someone like me. And besides, we harps have a saying, liars abound. Harps, a winged race also known as the High Wing Remnant, at war with the Commonwealth. They are as coarse as their feathers, they hold themselves superior. The Archjustice Androbelis the Ninth. She swoops away before you can respond. Kept close. Pamita's moonshine. Kept close ahead on the option of a good occasion or a very bad one. Oh, I drank it. Prancing about. For one gulp. Off on his own. Staring into the distance. Teaching the drive imps. Eating his share. Staring into space. My lovely reader comes to me again. To what do I owe the pleasure? And she has nothing to say? Okay. Take care of yourself, reader. Oh, how much can I drink? Pamela notices you with her bottle of moonshine. Drink up by all means, darling. Time to find a girl after my own heart. She moves in close and lowers her voice. Let me tell you a little secret. That bottle there is enchanted, never runs dry, ever. Believe me, if it could, I would have known by now. Apparently was some spurned old bog crow that once tried to make a never-ending poison, but kept failing utterly till she threw away her life's work in disgust. I fetched a good price for it. Decided to take a strict one day while on the hunt for Tamita, when things weren't going quite as well for me as they are now, you understand. Turns out that stuff is pretty good. Consider it for sharing, darling. Just everything in moderation, and so on, She takes a drink herself as she brushes by you. Can I get drunk? Doesn't seem like I can get drunk. Sadness. Let's see. We haven't really read this. The Guilty Sister, Hamata Harp. Raise Harp. Winged warriors from the mountainous outskirts of the Commonwealth where they are feared. They fled to their mountain nest, awaiting the day where they would darken the skies and retake the land. She's an outcast of the Winged High Remnant, the Commonwealth. If the Commonwealth fears anything at all, it is the harps of the High Winged Remnant. She is clearly one of them, many of whom have been exiled as prisoners of war. She seems to have an unusually easygoing attitude towards things, though you sense she is in pain or in a state of turmoil over something. We have quite a bit of party members so far. Alright. Let's continue on. Well, there's only one way to go, I see. Sulphur Main, a precarious path leading towards the woods. The lone minstrel cautions that the one path down the cliffs is rather treacherous. Ooh. The wagon has hit a snag, descending the black cracks. Its wheel is stuck. Dario is not pleased. First that blasted like a bird, now this. Though you like Darius' raw strength, you join in as she attempts to dislodge the wagon. At last, with a roar and a heave, she forces the wagon back onto solid ground. May the Sandalwood be worth all of the hassle. Thank you, Jody. I'm guessing Sandalwood doesn't like to be kept waiting. He's very patient, on the contrary. Not I. Let us move on. Soon, the wagon is prepared to press onward down the jagged slopes towards Waking Wood. Your companions who explored ahead advise on which of the paths is best. Let's see. Flambert, Glass Peak. Flambert lands on the northern plateau of a Waking Wood, packed with seeding features. Sir Gilman claims he can dig up something valuable here. Premonitor says she can procure a talisman here. Lands to the east of Waking Wood, riddled with black cracks. I'll go with Gilman. Sir Gilman is relieved at your decision to take the flatter of the two paths down the black cracks, though nonetheless seems rather shaken by the steep trip down. This knight mislikes this height. For shame, Master Reader, you must take this knight on a common craven coward. He buries his head in the soil. When at last you coax him back up, you see that he has an item of some sort. Haha! This knight did have you fooled there, did he not? He explains how finding the item was his plan all along. Sir Gilman found a porous crystal. His fear of height remains. Journey onward. Having passed beyond the black cracks, your wagon arrives at the Witch of Waking Wood. It is here that Sandalwood is to be expecting you. However, most puzzling, he ought to have met us here. You say he will find us himself? Aye, he was to find us at the edge of these woods. We supposed to keep waiting for him? He would desire for the stars to be your guide, as always. The rights beckon, and the rights takes precedence above all else. Surely he shall find us, yet. Then, let's keep moving. How do we get through these woods? The lone minstrel notes two possible paths forward from this point, though cautious that the woods are difficult to navigate, as Sandalwood would have known to take the most expedient path. Needlefield, Greymore. contains the grandest in all of Waking Wood. The lone minstrel says his client Sandalwood once resided here. Needlefield, a small clearing east of the Gate of Blue. The lone minstrel says his client Sandalwood studied the rites here. I'll take Greymore. Sandalwood has led a long life, compared with any of you at least. In the latest years of his exile, he became rather reclusive for a variety of reasons he shall no doubt explain. He found some solace here, in his woods, though I fear I cannot locate his residence without him. Unfortunately, you'll find no trace of Sandalwood, and without him there to guide you, you'll remain quite lost. The woods seem to have encroached. There is no path forward, while neither of the paths leading backward appear to match the route you took to this point. Undertaken Fern Grove. The southern pass through Waking Wood. The Imp Teasel seems to wish to go towards this location. Ashen Grounds amid Waking Wood. Tay seems drawn to this location for some reason. Undertaken. The woods are so disorienting at this point that you decide to break for camp and survey the surroundings for any clues. Perhaps later there shall be time to pursue your vocations. You'll be on the crystal section to Dario. Oh. Greetings to you, lovely reader. I am at your disposal. Vendor from beyond the transfer to a scrap trial. Choose an eligible exile to have one to brave one of Sandra's challenges and earn a unique reward if they prevail. You did not ask me twice. Simply verify which one of yours shall be the subject of my scrutiny. That's interesting. The Dario. I need the quickness one. Take care of yourself then. Oh wait, I need it to. Of course, reader, you need but think on who shall be the subject of my trial, and we shall go from there. You ask Sandra to administer one of the special trials for Dario. That's certainly demon, is it? She could stand to lighten up, though I fear there's not a secret I can teach. But let us bring her forth, regardless. Soon Dario appears in the heat of the summons. What is the meaning of this, reader? What is the meaning of this? Reader, where are the others? Their preparation Sandra appears and loosens her mask. Welcome to my humble home, demon. You are good at taking orders, no? State your purpose quickly, Wraith. My purpose is to put you to the test. You may be fearsome to behold, but you are old and slow. Your weaknesses perhaps outweigh your strength. Though I sorely wish to see you and your lovely reader prove me wrong. Oh, she says. Very well then, reader. Let us show her whether she is right. Huh. Oh shit. Ah. Ah, crap. You didn't mean to do that. Huh. Are you satisfied now, Brave? I am never unsatisfied, Demon. However, your performance was suspicion, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. That was a strange experience. What do you have there, reader? You received Soliam's Horn for completing Dodaria's trial. Dodaria casts an aura further and faster than usual. Sandra's second blade managed to graze her target's face, twisted as it was, with sorrow, not with rage. Accept the reward. Out on the hunt. Patrolling back and forth, befriending critters. So securing the wagon, practicing his letters, counting soul off on his own. Let's go. Let's investigate the surroundings. You find nothing of interest while sifting through the tall brush of the underthicket. Found a far through waking wood, a dense patch of trees that for centuries have attempted to strangle one another. But then, what is it, Tizo? Tizo seems to have found a clue to the whereabouts of the lone minstrel's client. The little inn brings you to a strip of bark. It does not seem unusual at first, until you notice a message carved onto the inside. A sturdy strip of bark. On it is written, "Come to the Cinderwood," as Cinderwood. Notify the group. So it's some kind of message from the Sandalwood guy? Seems that way. Which way to Cinderwood? A harsh clearing south of the Glade of Lu. Ground well traversed by a scepter knowledgeable in the rites. It's due northwest. Perhaps we can set forth early tomorrow when the woods are still. Sounds good. Everyone, rest up. Rest up. Big day coming up. Let's see. Study in private. Forage for more resources. Then I'll get more resources. Jagged breath. You sense traces of celestial residue here. Enjoy the point of this location. They shimmer with very fallen stardust. Living ticket. You sense something Falcon Ron values here. Enjoy the point of this location. Woods teeming with life and precious resources as well. More items. 77 molten glass. Something you forge in the back basin region. Alright, let's continue. Cinderwood, a harsh clearing south of the Glade of Lu. You have reason to suspect that informant Sandalwood may have come through here. You arrive on the outskirts of Cinderwood, but once again, the informant Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of your companions waning as your search through the area yields nothing. Then, something startles a little imp Tizo. Tizo seems to be crying out in surprise. He has spotted something, or someone. A tall figure strides forward from the trees, making a sound like laughter. The imp charges towards him, and leaps right into the figure's arms. The embrace. Oh, there we go. Hail, Teaser, but you look famished. Here. The tall sap produces something that the imp swallows immediately and with great pleasure. Sap, tree-like creatures known for their ingenuity. Oh god, I can't pronounce this word. Cleverness and ambition. Having allied with them, the Commonwealth achieved in decades what we will not achieve in centuries. The Lone Minstrel nods his head in affirmation. Everyone, I wish to introduce you to my client, Wolfred Sandalwood. He's the Lone Minstrel's client, Headwind's informant, and the leader of the Nightwings. It has been too long, Wolfred, sir. Oh god. I didn't really think about the thing earlier. Too long indeed, Tariq. I trust your new companions bring some color to your days. They do, sir. I think you shall find them worthy of the Nightwings. The sap looks upon the lot of you. You cannot sense his thought. We shall see. Then he turns to you. You must be the reader. I'm certain that we all appreciate your efforts here, my girl. Though we shall manage on our own here from here on out. You're welcome to continue on with us. Oh god, I need to. You're welcome to continue on with us, of course, though you are free to go. I trust you have been adequately compensated for your time. Thanks as well for looking after all my books. You consider what to say to all of this. Wolfred intends to relieve you of your duties to the group. Insists on saying, you have been assured your freedom. You have been assured your freedom. You categorically refuse to be cast aside so easily. The leader of the bid everyone farewell. The leader of the Nightwings has returned. You can tell when you are no longer wanted. We remain silent. This cannot be happening. To have come this far only to be brushed aside by some strange sect. I mean, what? I'm kind of confused as well. No. You stare back at Wolfred, attempting to glean a deeper insight into what drives him, though remain unable to sense anything further. Still, you refuse to budge at his behest. Hold on. Wolfred, sir. I'm Headwind. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We followed the signs that you left for us. Now we are here, thanks to you, and also to this reader. Not just a reader, she's our friend, my friend. She's not disposable. We made her a promise, and our freedoms are now intertwined. Wolfred smirks at this. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I hope that you have come to grasp this much by now. He breathes a sigh. It seems we started off on the wrong foot. It's not my wish to sour the occasion, for there's much to do. You have a right you need to get to, do you not? I'll come along, though shall not interfere, for it seems you have a kinship with this reader of yours. Now then, Tariq. Aye, Wolfred, sir. Come, let's have a chat. Of course, sir. Wolfred strides towards the black wagon, which must have belonged to him. You sense many conflicting emotions among your companions. Wolfred Sandalwood has joined you. He knows much of the rights, and he wants to brush me aside. Welcome him aboard. Yeah, get water again. Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the glade of Lu, where the star directed you. Wolfred nods his approval but leaves everyone to their devices. Page revealed the demon. The demon, in the words of Golontian, the Master General. Emperor Mur, scarcely could I recognize him when at last I found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation. And I, a man who conquered countries, feared my emperor then in such a way as I had never known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp, Hau, proved of little help against the sister of the Arch. whose entire lives were culminating in this instant. I was unable to watch. My heart ached with such pity for the man, and for the love I felt for him when I had served him, that I sprang to his defense. Wolfred, he still has something on his mind. I tried to speak with him. Okay, Wolfred, you tried to get me away. Now what do you want? As you approach Wolfred Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon rather than he in yours. He studies you in silence for a time. Then, Tarek, if you have a moment. Aye, Wolfred, sir. What is it? This reader, you deem her worthy by your estimation? The little minstrel tilts his head in your direction. If you wish my own estimation, Wolfred, sir, then I do. Of course, it is not entirely for me to say, but I have seen this reader integrating with the others well. I believe that her achievements are self-evident in having reached Black Basin. The Fairy Forest Way. Your instructions were deliberately difficult to follow, yet she and the others followed them. Indeed, your words make sense as ever, Tariq. And what does little Tizo think of her, I wonder? Tizo indicates that, as a matter of fact, he is happy to have you around. Thank you, Tizo, you are the best. There you have it, sir. I see. He continued to examine you. High praise is outspoken by those two, my girl. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now, pardon us. Tariq and I have matters to discuss. We leave without another word, although you think you notice the low minstrel look your way over his shoulder. A visit from my favorite reader. What is the occasion? Let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea for how long I have been in prison here? Sandra is asking you to guess the duration of her exile. A year? Sandra appears rather youthful. Surely her incarceration could not have been that long. Perhaps Sandra has been trapped within the Beyond the Crystal for a long time already. 100 years. Sandra could have been in prison for much longer than her appearance suggests. 1,000 years? Maybe guessing at an absurd number may do something to raise Sandra's spirits a bit. I mean, how long has the exiles been going on? 1,000? We guess that Sandra could have been in her current state of exile since well before the dawn of the current age. At first she saw no indication that she even heard you. Close. Soon enough I shall be getting there. I have been in prison thus for 837 years. Wow. According to my count, at least, it is possible I have lost track, although, given my state, I can assure you that I have had ample time to verify my arithmetic. She goes silent for a time. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. I expected my own death, regardless of the outcome of my task. I was not expecting this. Certainly not to be telling you about it 837 years later, or however long that it has been. Although, enough of that for now. Let's get back to business. I shall be here if you need me. Getting psyched up for the ride. Checking out with everyone. Resting up for tonight. Training in silence. Attempting some practice flights. Rallying everyone. Wandering about. Oh, hey, you guys, I guess I didn't get the word out about this new franchise which we opened here just now, so give you a great deal. Just tell your friends, okay? Oh, hey there, Mr. Sandalwood. Good day to you as well, Rod. Oh, what's this? Right light. Once per right, the bearer's power is extinguished, it is instead restored by 5. Ooh. Let's sell this. things first. Don't have enough for this. Come on, save for that. You guys take care, okay? And thanks for doing business. Alright, let's commence the rite. You and your fellow exiles arrive at the sacred site called Glade of Dew and now look to the stars in the sky to signal the beginning of the next rite. The woods about you bring a sense of tranquility you have not felt in some time, but then you notice one of the trees move. It shuffles towards you and regards you with an exaggerated bow. Well, oh god, new voices again. Well, goodness, by the roots of Luz Galarian, it would appear the rumors are correct. The Nightwings have returned. Oh, but where are my manners? One moment. The Slap claws at his mouth with his wispy fingers. Much better. H. Manly Tinderstaff, at your service. Perhaps you heard of me? Manly Tinderstaff, he is a Typhlocan who seems certain he will land a position of high standing once he is free. My fellows and myself, you perhaps know us as a chastity. We soon shall stand against you in the right. For now, I'm just whittling away the time, making small talk. I try and bent on exploiting the rights to gain status in the Commonwealth. Now then, as I've introduced myself, your turns. To whom am I speaking? Then, in your mind's eye, you see Wolfred and hear his voice. Manly Tinderstaff is not to be trusted. Reveal neither yourself to him, nor me. Well? Beneath her mask, Darius stares back at him in silence. You suspect Wolfred's message may have reached every member of the group. Why, no, how very rude indeed! Well, fine, ignore me, but do so at your peril. Anyhow, once this evening's rec commences, any moment now, then I'm afraid ignoring me won't be an option any longer. Oh, and now I do believe the sky is beginning to show. We'll have to chat again some other time. Now, come along, come along. Manly bows again and wanders off into the clearing as the stars begin to burn.
Once again, the stars align themselves before you, reader. And here now at the Glade of Liu, I have to say, you've come so very far. But there are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity. It could be yours instead. Please show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
I wonder, oh honored Nightwings, how well you know these woods. Why, these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I could do little to stop them even if I tried. You might do better to be aware of them. When Jodaro continues to ignore him, he grows upset. Why, you insolent! Then fine, let us begin the dance, indeed! He shoves his mask off back in the half. And allow me to thank you in advance for helping me return onto my proper station in the Commonwealth.
Who shall stand together here this night?
unwilling. Permit everyone to participate in the rite of Jodario. Oh, you still Gilman then.
Sir Gilman.
Hey.
Ow.
I don't think I like that Manly very much because he keeps saying we're rude, but I think that we're nice. Are you quite finally ready? Oh, are you quite ready finally, old Mike Prince? May all of those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to end. May all those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your lovely countenances. Now come along, let's give the stars a show. Let's give the stars a show. Oh. May I present to you Humboldt Manley Jr. Why, he is every bit my ego and is poised to guarantee the thinner stuff like I shall have a bright future. Manly sapling, which not only has a name but bears a similar posture and likeness to him. He goes on and on about his sapling for a while. I've had more than enough of him. This night, now as ever, is in full accord with you on this good. This night, now as ever, is in full accord with you on this good Jodario. Now, isn't he just the most precious thing you've ever seen? The sapling is nothing but an extension of man. This sapling is nothing but an extension of Manly. If he is banished, the sapling should cease to trouble you as well.
Manly and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth, reader. There are many who would welcome his return, though none so much as he himself.
Lag.
Indeed. One triumvirate stands unopposed. Jodario's aim was true.
Oh, what's this? It seems the wolves themselves are closing in upon our little soiree. Oh, do be careful now. Those grasping roots and vines, they may not hold you in such high esteem as I.
Your adversary Manly is comfortable in this suffocating glade. Yet he longs now for the comfort of his Commonwealth estate. Perhaps such wealth ought to be reserved instead for you. A second wind. Spectacularly done.
Oh dear, the woods are closing in. Uncomfortably close at that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps we should just stand inside the wall. We could put an end to this that much sooner. Oh crap.
No mercy shown. Jodario threw it in.
Say, have any of you noticed how it's feeling rather crowded out here, Almost as if the 100 Minds himself resents you being here. Yes, I rather think that's it. 100 Minds. Luz Galorian. 100 Minds, third of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Wise or the Philosopher. He is said to have fathomed every thought, and his wisdom flows through every river of his name. So cease with all your scurrying about the damn mob, and let me handle this. Oh.
Such chaos. Why, that was all of them.
Oh, crap. Ah.
Too bad for that one. Banishment for all. And it is done. Fine, yes, the Nightwings did prevail. Their hapless adversaries stood no chance. Thus end this night's proceedings.
Good, the imbecile of Sep. So much talk and hot air. I knew we could prevail, though, Mr. Tin staff there. I think he's really upset now. Well, my. Oh, worry not, oh Nightwings. I'm not angry with you, honestly. But I am very, very, very disappointed. I thought perhaps that we had something going here between us. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, and all. Instead, however, you decided to spit in my face. Fine. We'll have to see where all your rudeness gets you. Now, ta-ta! Oh.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained. The moon-touched girl has greater understanding than it seems.
The 8 scraps, they so inspire me. And now, I feel that I have grown somehow closer to them, maybe? Well.
Desperate for honor, this Sir Gilman may yet learn something.
Huzzah! Great wisdom clouds over this knight's entire consciousness. Human mastery for Sir Gilman. Depth of the sea soldierer. Wright's masteries enhancing a worm's carefree and unpredictable nature. The Underking traveled across the seas and survived many perilous adventures. Tactics of the Underking. Wright's masteries enhancing a world's maneuvers inspired by their traditional undersea warfare. There is no limbless undersea faring warrior who has surpassed Underking Ores, though its kind keeps trying. After human banished adversary must be banished, ever shall instantly return. The Underking promised over time to seek justice for more than 3,000 of his fallen brethren. Banished adversary. If Sir Gilman and its allies are banished, he shall instantly return. So one vow the sea soldier made was unable to keep was his vow to one day return to the sea dominion. Oh, both of these are not exactly sure.
The might of the sea sojourner. Until the stars align.
That was well done, my girl. I'm beginning to see why your companions vouch for you. Don't let it go to your head, of course. After besting the chastity, almost Almost effortlessly, you return to your wagon to consider your next move. Adequate performance back there. Adequate? Adequate. Yes, adequate for the next part of our plan. Go, have your reader there consult the stars. See where they take you. See where they take you next. I'll give you a hint. It's further north. It's going to be high up. There's this night here, you say? High up? And it's going to be cold. We'll see. Come on, my friend. Let's have a look outside then. That plan Wolfred mentioned? I just want you to know, I don't know what he means. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living out our days as exiles. That's the only plan, as far as I'm concerned. But there's always a catch, right? We'll see what Wolfred has to say. Anyways, I'll leave it to you. I'll leave you to it. No matter what, we're getting closer, thanks to you. Once more you look towards the heavens. Seek now the destination. Sodium, the golden star. The golden star shines bright over the highest mountain in all of the downside. Equipped the golden star, star of the songfisher. Those who born on it are well cultured and influential. Well, that's a sigil if I've ever seen one. So now you see it for yourself. You are summoned to the north, where looms Mount Iodale, Alodale, and at the very top, the fall of Solium. The sacred mountain on Mount Alodale, the sacred mountain on whose summit the rites were first conceived. Whether its summit is the downside's closest point to the Commonwealth or the furthest, none can say. The Solium. Fall of Solium. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The temple at the highest point in the downside exists to honor the 8 scribes. You confirm the stars indicated this exactly. Wolfred, sir, how did you know? Wolfred smiles back at him, but you sense his thoughts as though he's directing them at you.
I too can read, my girl.
Oh shit! What's your sudden English?
Forbidden though the words may be.
He turns back to Hadwin. Your reader skills, while rare, are not unique. But as I said, I'll let her do the job. I see that you have something special going on here, which benefits the plan. What plan? I thought this was about our freedom. Oh, fear not, my boy. It is, indeed. Plenty of time to tell you about it on the way. For now, however, you look like you can use some rest, and for that matter, so can I, if you'll excuse me. You sense your companions are exhausted from their recent travels. Given the road ahead, you agree it would be best to take the night to recover as much as possible. I can send you out there somewhere. What is it that you want? It's nothing. Come visit me again when you need further practice. Lifting her hair down, washing up, asking random questions, shadow boxing. Alright, let's continue. At dawn, Wolfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold land to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. Silurian shore. You have not yet been to this region of the downside. Wolfred revealed this to be the one path through the woods to the north. Ooh. Silurian shore. You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Elodale. You'll have to make it all the way to the top. In a moment of respite, Wolfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the right and the plan to which he alluded. You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible, am I correct? But let me ask you something. Oh god, I keep forgetting I need to switch the voice. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject, and only know the truth of how you feel. What does freedom mean to you? Doing what you want. Freedom means being able to make decisions on your own means, achieving inner peace. Freedom means having clear conscience and a carefree heart, having no master. Freedom means answering to no one's will other than your own, going where you please. Freedom means being able to go to where the heart yearns without restriction and without fear. To feel true love. Freedom means not having one's strongest feelings and emotions repressed or rebuffed. Living without fear. Freedom means living life without concern for others' judgment or approval. Nothing at all. Freedom is just another empty goal to chase, who gives one life a false sense of meaning. Freedom is silent. Freedom means not being forced into responding to such questions. Freedom means... I don't know. I mean, we're banished because we could learn how to read. So... live without fear, I think. You tell Wolfred that freedom means living without fear and not being subject to persecution or retaliation for one's thoughts and choices. He considers your remarks for a short while. Good answer, my girl. I happen to agree. Fear takes hold in freedom's wake. But fear is a natural impulse, is it not? A common feeling we all share from time to time. A deeply rooted impulse there to aid our judgment and spur us on to acts of courage. If not for fear, I doubt we will accomplish very much. In life. And just now, we stand upon the brink of accomplishing something vital. He then turns his attention to the whole group. Now, let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear, just as your reader stated. To be able to indulge in one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without a constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, or what you choose to think, or not think. He looks out towards the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more. And you will be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you will not be truly free, I think. At the least, you'll become complicit to an ancient system that will deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes, if they are out there still, have made quite clear that they shall not intervene firsthand. That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see that seeking freedom only for yourself is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan, then, is this. We free each other from the downside, through the right, then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the spiral sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. Spiral sanctums. The burned down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. The remains stand as a warning to those who would seek to spread forbidden knowledge. You're plotting a revolt.
Sirendare.
Just so. I am asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it.
Preservare goddess.
But you may not be a part of this, nor is it in my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here, like so many others.
Tentasce baromet.
So, if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth, as you are doing here, then speak now. Wolfred paused for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs.
Iradet.
Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not, but all of you are bound together through the rites, and are integral to our plan. Remember that.
Quare velibralias.
You seek true freedom, you will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth, but together you can bring it about, both for yourself and others. That is my promise. Then he lets out a long breath.
Fare toros.
That's it. I asked you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Wolfred turns toward the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said, and plot the wagon's northward path. Mur Path. Mur Pass. Pathway leading north to the sacred mountain. Wolfred indicates that this is the only way to reach the base of Mount Aliodel.
Pensaris de menturis.
Beyond lies Mount Aliodel. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent. Beyond the crystal 6 headwind. Laughing softly at something. Once more you have returned to me. Why is it, reader? How very kind of you to visit me again like this, oh lovely reader. If I was just standing about in the blackness of this void, thinking, it would be most pleasant if something were to happen for a change. There was a long period of time that this incarceration of mine failed utterly to do anything but bring me peace of mind. Not much of a punishment. I invite you to imagine an upbringing among the Sisters of the Arch, living on the outskirts of civilization. Your days all full of training which could kill you or just cripple you for life. Sisters of the Arch, an ancient band of killers trained almost from birth to carry out their missions without fail. All the sisters needed was a name and the sum of 500 soul up front. How do you suppose I lost my sight? Through glorious battle with the scribes, or in a careless sparring session with my master? But I've not forgotten enough just yet. In any case, at first I welcome the prospect of not having to struggle every moment to survive. But in less than 2 centuries, why, I started to grow terribly bored. It did not help that the night wings of the early days were the stodgiest lot you could imagine, obsessed with being the book as strictly as they could. Some of them started to remind me of myself, I think, when I was young. Such idiots, the lot of them. But what am I saying, lovely reader? I shall not bore you further with such matters. I would have bored myself to death back then, if only I could die. Like so many other things, I think mortality is something oft taken for granted until it is taken away. So, given your mortality, consider it that we get back to business here. Oh, good. Just as I was beginning to feel even more bored than usual. Sure. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Headwind. Oh, he must have been that nomad boy. So innocent, that one. I should have a lot of work to do with him. Then, let us bring him forth. Soon, Headwind appears in heat of the
Chi
summons.
sentirna?
Hey, my friend, what's going on? Yeah, preparation Sandra's appears and then fastens a mask.
Rama Faroshen.
Listen well, boy. You wanted to me here.
Istos.
Understood.
Itrare.
You are a fool. Do not talk back to me.
Iratilste basta.
Your reliance on your friends is such a burden upon them. Let's see what you can do without their aid. Save for that of your lovely reader there. Ah, shit. Ah. Oh, shit. Ah! Oh boy. Ah! I should have jumped.
Shire.
Ah. Ah. Crap. Ah. Ah. Oh. Oh boy.
Sari.
Oh. Okay, one more. Ah. What? Whew.
Noxalas.
That was close.
Noriga.
We did it!
Iratilste basta.
You seem to did it, boy. Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test.
Mon protraje pal.
Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell.
Demabritare.
Good to be back after all that. Say, what's that you have there? Receive Gold's Bracer. For completing Headwind's trial.
Maritio compra.
Gentle soon, reader. Not that I am complaining.
Venta visitame.
I shall be here if you need me. He seems to have something on his mind. Interact to speak with him.
Rumkatatamarias.
There you are, my girl. I have something which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Wolfred stares at you rather intently, as if reaching out to you, and then Wolfred Sandalwood, he is a long-standing exile of the Nightwings who seeks more than his own freedom.
Shemtage amitas.
You do know what it means to be a reader? Those such as we. You are not limited to reading pages from the book. Though your ability in this I sense is nascent still. Mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friend, and that explains a lot. Oh shit. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. We can't. I wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know, or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know it themselves, other than Tariq, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected when at first we met, that you already knew the truth of this from having read the passage in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path toward enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Wolfred breaks free from you and then looks at you again. Then he speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as a reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you are getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises that might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you to return, if that is what you had in mind. So, once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we are on, there's no guarantees, not for you, nor any one of us. Do you understand? Wolfred indicates that readers such as you cannot go free to the right. Say they understand, there is more at stake here than your freedom alone. And besides, perhaps there is a way. Say you do not care. You have learned in life to keep your expectations low and tempered. Say nothing. If Wolfred really wishes to know your thoughts on the subject, he knows where to find them. What if I leave, what do I do? I just live out the rest of my life here? I mean, I'm doing something, right? The warning is of little consequence to you. You have always known those keen to warn against one cause of it. You have always known to. Oh god, I need to read this again. The warning is of little consequence to you. You have always known those keen to warn against one course of action or another. None of it swayed you, and as ever, you shall forge your path. Very well. A lack of concern is fine with me, although I do not share your outlook, as long as yours is not a lack of understanding. Know that we have much at stake here in this, anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back into that Commonwealth, which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around. Then we have lots more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then. He strides out of the wagon then, leaving you with your thoughts. Running around somewhere up in the rafters. She's cleaning her armor, exploring with Tay, printing her plumage, practicing feints, exploring with Hadwin. Discuss the plan. Wolfred wishes to continue speaking with the group. Earlier, Wolfred called for a group meeting, presumably to review his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one, or not at all. But, I swore that we go free, together. We may go free, together, yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. You, Hadwin, and the others exchange glances. let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we are going to ascend to Mount Elodale, there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, though rest assured, it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through there, as your reader could attest, if she did not merely skim that chapter of the book. It is said the scribe themselves keep watch over Scribe's Gate. The judgment of the scribe determines who can cross and who is sent the fast way down. After which, we'll reach the Fall of Solium and meet our adversaries in the right. They are to be the Tempest, led by the demon Ignarius. You know him when you see him. One of the downside celestial landmark. The temple at the highest point of the downside exists to honor the 8 scribes. A mighty triumvirate who has been the closest rival of the Nightwings. He is the notorious demon leader of one of the most fearsome triumvirates in the right. Both of you and they shall choose someone from their respective ranks. Then, once one of the triumvirates prevails, there somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in and clothed and fully powdered. The Commonwealth knows about all this. The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exile is forever and freedom from the downside is impossible. Many of these details the scribe themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets well. So, then, that's it. We climb the mountain, someone goes back, and everyone else stays. For most of those participating in the rite, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation. And indeed, for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall be just a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up. Wolfred leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. You have time now for your vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent on Mount Elodale. Anything here?
Eterni taloshestas.
Nope.
Reciprastes.
I do want more money. Snowdrifts I shall. It sends a photon serum here instead for this location. The ice seems to shimmer with an almost unnatural light. Snowdrifts, it says a mythical artifact here. Enjoy the forest at this location. Ancient artifacts fallen from Mount Elodale alive frozen in these drifts. Permanently grant one hope. Ooh. Drag the telephone pocket to activate visible one. A beverage brewed under the pure sunlight said to warm the soul of whoever imbibes it for a long, long time. Mount Elodale. You have not yet to be reached on the downside. Wolfred states that your ascent on Mount Elodale shall begin here. Here before you lies Mount Elodale, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather around again before Wolfred, who stands tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense the tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking it. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions. Why us? Why you indeed, madam? That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the right. Why is it that they won, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They've settled it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They've gained their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities.
Some keras gogit her.
Perhaps then they have a hand in sending. Perhaps then they have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exile, who escaped this place via the right. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those ones who live to redeem their honor those ones who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not?
Sirimdare.
But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hadwin over there. He was tasked with seeing two trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. So then, why you? Because I've reason to believe that you are not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rights, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head's going to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. Your fellow LFC hinge on Wolfhead's fan, you might consider his every word. Yeah, let's keep listening to it. Wolfhead's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of that he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jodario raises her voice again. Hold, you mistook my meaning. Hold, you mistook my meaning. I understand your plan. Still, I wish to know, why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation, right? Ah, I see. But they're simple, really, madam. You are chosen. You are qualified, I should say, because as the expression goes, this is what the scribes ordain, though, in this case, the expression is quite literally true. When the eight created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf, exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You met them as they are today, the accusers, a vindictive triumvirate that conducted many liberations in the liberation fights in the past but seldom prevailed. The withdrawn, and so on. The eight scribes also form a special group against which all others will be judged. That group they called the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiment. You need but show up to the right, you see. The others erstwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what have we done? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourself a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in a common right then. Participation is all that matters. Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While Pyre can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So, you see, those who do not conduct the rites or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet, the other triumvirates pressed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'll be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all this as Wolfred takes his leave. Others reconnoiter pathways leading up to the mountain and present you with some options. Emperor's Ascent, Emperor's Fall. A gap through the nameless lower summits beneath Mount Iodale. Tay believes that each scribe will bless whoever goes through here. Emperor's Fall. A pathway on the outskirts of Mount Iodale's nameless lower summits. Parameter expects some long lost valuables to be stashed here. Alright, money, let's go. You join Parmita on a brief expedition to find anything of value dropped by those who tried to scale the mountain but did not succeed. Wait, I shall be joining you. What, now I get 2 chaperones? But sure, I'm game, whatever you wingless are into. Be silent, little bird, and fetch those trinkets and be done. My, so full of bitterness. You really ought to make the most of those last precious moments that we share. You ought not to mince your words. Oh, please, we all know you are going to be the first one out of here, so why not quit your constant frowning for a change? I, the first one out of here? Of course, it's plain the others pity you. You've been here longer than the rest of us by far. Besides maybe that Volfred, though he seems plenty happy here, making his speeches. How dare you? How dare you to presume? Nothing is decided as of yet. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Though, if by some coincidence you do end up selected for the honor, I just want you to know something. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, do hope we shall prevail on your behalf. Because that way you shall be free, of me at least, and I, in turn, shan't have to suffer any longer your hideous attitude toward me and everything. At that you intervene. Dariel's eyes burn in fury, but then she calms herself. I shall see you at the wagon, leader. Permita scoffs as Dario storms off. I swear, that one. Well, moving on. There's something sparkling down there. Be right back. She swoops outside, leaving you alone here on this mountain. Permita soon returns with something that lay long forgotten in the rocks below. Luminous idol. Oh, after grasping the orb, the bearer instantly recovers all stamina. Ooh, that's cool. A long forgotten effigy of the Songfisher, thought to embolden one's spirit when closer to celestial phenomena. Temple Kristen, Temple High Road. First of 2 paths leading to the mountain summit. Headwind express a passing whim to see the view from here. Second of 2 paths leading to the mountain summit. Sir Gilman wishes to look about the secret waters here. Yeah, let's go with Headwind. You and Headwind walk in silence for some time as we conduct a customary survey of the area. Well, my friend, no sign of the Howlers, as Jody would say. No sign of anything at all. You sense something is troubling him. Oh, Dad. I've just been giving lots of thought to everything that Wolf has told us. In another couple of days, one of us may be gone all of a sudden. Or, I don't mean to put it that way. One of us could go free. We are now way back one by one, as he said. I want you to know something. The others and I, we talked it over, and when the time comes, we want you to decide. That's who gets to go, if anyone. This might all be a part of Wolfred's plan, but we got here thanks to you. And even though I'm worrying right now about us splitting up, I guess if Wolfred has his way, all of us will meet up on the other side. And won't that be a day? Worst case, we keep failing in the rise and be stuck down here together, just like this. The 2 of you walk on in silence for a time. When at last you return to the wagon, Headwind turns to you again. Thanks for the company. I think I'm better now. Headwind feels more prepared for the next ride. Hope likewise for the best. So you and your companions gather at Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway carved of stone.
Tamdiemen Selun.
Come along now, everyone, and prepare to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we've been passed together how much we act as with a single heart and mind during the rite.
Num Caravaras.
Well then, lead onward, Tariq.
Secretaves.
Please, follow me. Oh, removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first.
Sharon Tassa.
Is that you, Tariq?
Salutium Ceres.
It is. Greetings, Celeste. Celeste, the gate guardian, she watches over Scribe's Gate and seems to be connected to the lone minstrel and the right.
Ralika Tarta.
And how was your rest?
Felamta Ceres.
Too long, Celeste.
Tantarara Frontus.
It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate. Aye.
Vestara Dantus.
Then, let us make this quick. She gestures towards the rest of you.
Ransagelostium.
Now, each of you, in turn, state who you are and what you seek. We'll crossing the Scribe's Gate.
Oxare Shontas.
Do what she says, please, without question. Your fellow exiles exchange glances but quickly comply. I'll start. They call me Headwind the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be with the one whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Rookie to pick up next. I'm regarded by the name of Rookie Greentail. I just want to get out of here, I guess, with my child preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Trudario. I do not truly know as yet what I am seeking here. Oh, my name is Tay, and I am here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Kizo seems to live up to the Nightwing's legacy, and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion, at your service. This knight is on the quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain point. Permitati, I'm only here because my sister's here. Then, as Wolfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises a voice. You, I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in the raiments any longer. I wouldn't know why.
Zemkaratarius.
I tried my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you, I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see. Then, state why you are here, except the others. My name is Wolfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there is no one left to go. State who you are to travel Scribe's Gate. You are just a crippled scholar. When they learned you knew the old ways, they came for you, and you could not run far. You are an old farmhand. Your youth is gone, but your thirst for knowledge earned you a trip to the downside nonetheless. Years of just a war orphan. Years of strife between the Commonwealth and the hiring remnant affected you since birth. You not know who you are. Try as you might, you cannot make out the details of what life was in the Commonwealth. Crippled scholar. I'm in awe. In many ways, you were an outcast from the start and suffered through your youth, never expecting your parents' guidance. Your exiles those may be something of a blessing and ultimately led you here. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add your response. You state also what you truly seek to travel Scribe's Gate. You want true freedom, you wish to return to the Commonwealth and to live out your days there doing as you please. You want to help your friends, you wish to do whatever it takes to see your fellow exiles regain their freedom. You want revenge. The Commonwealth, we cut you down to the downside, cannot be forgiven. You want to see what happens. All you expect is that the outcome of this whole ordeal is going to be interesting. Not my friends. Look at the companions you have met here who have helped you to survive and to find kinship in the downside. Your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. That is all you wish for now. The woman regards you for a time, then nods once, and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes bid the night. The 8 scribes bid the night wings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tariq. Aye, Celeste. Be on your way as well. The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his head back. He does not look back at her. From the top of Mount Ayodhya, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you cross to reach this point as the sky grows dim. River frost, so cold it can burn the skin, but keeps the wagon cool and food fresher longer. Keeps it from the Lorien shore. The mercy shown in the words of Gorgolothium, the Master General. The Impowered and I, we helped to save my Emperor, and when the danger did subside, my Emperor Solium Mur, he said something to me, which shook me, the essence of my very being. He said, "You gave your freedom, Master Golodium, so that I may yet have mine. You, too, are now an exile of the downside. In all the days which I have left, I could never repay the mercy you have shown me. So, if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next." We crossed the land together, and together with him, we gained the company of those who saw in him what I did. To Dario. Dario appears to be prepared for whatever it is to come this night. Though it is not yet dark, she is already in her raiment. Edwin soon joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Rookie? None as yet. Complains about the chapping at the collar of his mask. Elfrida might be hinting at the collar then. I am certain that it is. They share a laugh together. The three of you exchange glances, but nothing is said, or needs to be said. Soon, if Wolfred is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey! What did I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, Rookie. We got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail? Feeling a lot better, thanks! Just had to smash it repeatedly against the wall for a little bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed there, for good measure. Though, this is really happening, huh? One of us will be getting out of here, like, soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well, that's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just... You might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out, that's been bugging me for a while now. I thought we were all getting out of here at once. He shoots a look at you. So, some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Edwin slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other. To each of us, the four of us. We're all getting out of here. Mike, I care about the others too. I do. But we've been here from the start. I want you to know, my promise is to you, and I believe you do the same for me. So, it's like this. If any one of us gets out, great, but it's just a start. We're going to do whatever it takes there on the other side to make it so the rest of us can get back too. What, you think they're going to build a bridge down here via ice or something? I don't know what it's going to take. I just know we have to try. So Dario turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and to reassure herself. Rookie nods his head in turn, and Hedwig's gaze once never falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. One by one, they turn towards the door. The fall of Solium awaits, a vital step in your quest for freedom. Yet you feel in your heart that it shall only be the first. Your 3 companions gain 1 hope. Psst. Oh god, they're going to sneeze. They're not. Psst. Hey guys, just so you're aware though, I know how come you're here. How come you made it all the way up here? Oh, I know, alright. You're here because I got the lowest prices in all the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock, you're gonna get a lot of value here, an awful lot. That's the way it goes sometimes, eh, Dad? Oh, me too. Commencing liberation, right? Is everyone prepared, Sandalwood? Yes, though several of us have another question that's been troubling us. You need but ask. You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Tempest in the right this night. What happens if we fail? Sandalwood, my boy, don't you see? The path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same. You intend to stray from the path? No. Then you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Tempest this night, then one of them shall end up going free instead of one of you. It is as simple as that. Then what then? This will be done. The same as if we achieve victory. We await our next such opportunity and make the most of it. Tonight, our plan is set in motion. Wolfred's plan, ambitious plot to spark a revolution in the Commonwealth as peacefully as possible. The plan's current probability of success, 18%. We shall stand together, shoulder to shoulder, as the Scrubs themselves once stood. We are united in our cause. We shall look as ever toward the stars for guidance and seize upon our future chances, just as they arise. So, look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path.
Since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium. You are to be commended for your guidance, reader, but only if you can prevail in this liberation rite. Here you stand to gain much more than some enlightenment. Your adversaries are none other than the Tempers. I trust they need no introduction. Soon, one among you shall regain their freedom.
The pyres burn and each of the triumvirates present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Templars, come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respect you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask. You know who I am already, but look at what we got here. The damn Nightwing decided to show up. Almost figured we were never going to see the day again. Take notice of someone in your ranks. Hey, you! He indicates to Dario. She scoffs back at him. Lose the mask. Ain't seen one of our own in ages, not in these damn ropes. Darius' hesitation is almost imperceptible before she moves to remove her mask, just as her adversary asks. Satisfied? Whoa, you must be new. Darius soon puts her mask back on. Enough talk. Ha! I like you, curly horns. Tell you what, once you put up your light, you come along with this guy. We're gonna have a spot open. Only shame is I ain't gonna be around to show you a good time. I should rather cut out my tongue. Oh, you don't mean that. How kind, we ought to stick together. Now, come on! Ignario throws his mask back on and his allies snarl at the rest of you. Have the Nightwing reach a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this rite? The lone minstrel gets your attention in a subtle way. Reader, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this very night if you prevail. The other two in the triumvirate shall lend their aid. As you may know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Not all among them will be ready yet. Now, Nightwings, I would have your decision.
Who most deserves their freedom?
Choose to be free. Unworthy. Rookie, Fidario, or Hedwin? The large and imposing demon has clearly spent many years in the downside, with a reputation for being one of the greatest conductors of the rites in the tradition's inception. Oh, rank 30 talisman, though nonetheless yet remains in exile. Past bouncer. The Starry 8 was a popular spot that often got rowdy late at night. The legality of public houses was hotly contested throughout Commonwealth history. Crone, Lady River. Rookie shall gain his freedom if you prevail. Excellent choice, sister. Now let's get me out of here. Then the gate guardian looks upon you and your adversary. Very well. Under the watch of the 8 scribe, here are the stakes of this Eve's liberation rite. Should the Nightwing prevail, the one called Rookie Greentail shall be liberated. Should the Tempest prevail, the exiled Ignario shall go free instead. She then turns to you. Now, who among the Nightwing shall complete your triumvirate to strive along Rookie Greentail and see his return to glory?
Who shall lend him support?
Well, it's got to be Hedwin and Daryl. Sounds good. Now, let's bring Rookie home.
Jodariel.
Very well. Let us prevail here and see this through.
It is done.
Very well. The 8 scraps accept your choices without the Nightwings. Yeah, indicate to the lone minstrel. Now, are you yourself prepared, Tariq? Aye, Celeste. Then, let us all begin. Nightwings, been waiting an awful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me.
Commence.
Huh. You good for nothing night wings. Keep out on us for years and years, and then sure all of a sudden like you're gonna let somebody up for once. But now we gotta work for it, I guess. Damn it, I used to be the best. But damn it, I used to be the best. This at least. But now the pressure's getting to me. Can't believe it's getting to me. Ah, Moria. I doubt you even recognize me anyway. Come on, Nightwings, let's see you keep this up. Oh shit. Oh shit, I got caught in the corner. Ah. Oh crap.
And there it is, at last. The Nightwings proved their worth. As for their adversaries, they did not. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
God, what a joke. We should have had this. Should have had this. Rusty, you've been with so long. Damn it, damn it. Nightwings. Been seeing you around, I guess. And next time you ain't gonna be so lucky. So, what now? I guess I'm supposed to jump this waterfall thing back here, and then that's it. Home free. Home free! Something comes over him, then. Now, listen to me, chums. Don't any of you go thinking you're gonna miss me, yeah? You're gonna do just fine, even without old rookie Greentail. He has regained his freedom in another version, right? There to keep an eye on out all the time, even though the rest of you are just a bunch of slowpokes and all that. Me, I'm gonna be so busy drinking myself silly on Commonwealth stock, I'm sure I'm soon gonna forget each and every one of you. But just in case I don't, you will be sure and stop by and visit me if you get there. If you get back there too, just look for Mama Greentail's shop. Greentail family, rookies, well-to-do Curve family tied to the Commonwealth's thriving mercantile industry. We're in the heart of town. You can't miss it. Yeah, stop by, say hi, you know. Now, I think I gotta go. So, excuse me. He drops into the shimmer pool. Oh. He drops into the shimmer pool, a seldom seen lesser phenomenon, linking the downside back to the Commonwealth. Thus beneath a blooded moon, the Solarian warriors rise for but the moment, only to fall again. And the spears within, although you can still hear him going on about something. What? Let me tell you, this is weird in here. Hey, it's starting! Oh no, wait! Rookie has earned back his freedom. Rookie is set to return to the Commonwealth and leave the downside forever. May he return in glory.
Godspeed, Rookie Greentail. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again. Until the turning of the stars, farewell.
After your victory over the Templars in the Liberation Rite, you return to your wagon to decide how to proceed from here. I miss him already. It is quieter now, but
Maremdare Varkos.
you'll see Rookie again if we persevere. Our journey is now beginning in earnest. We'll just need to make a few last preparations while we are here. What about the stars? Can we afford the time?
Namorente.
About that, reader, go see for yourself. The night sky over Mount Iodel is much darker than you have expected. Your thoughts are with Rookie as you look towards the heavens. You gaze into the darkness of the night. Oh, there's nothing. Thoughts copy is the olden star of the old cutter, those bottom of it. You search the sky, search and search the sky, but in vain. No stars are shining now.
Estrale Tasivestas.
The stars revealed nothing, did they not? You confirmed his suspicion.
Calibrale Dictas.
It is just a book for tales. This is a chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead.
Gonzare Tequitas.
There's a haven south of here we'll travel to at dawn, and when the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready. Mark my words. Gilman. And that was mine. After the Liberation Rite, you find Sir Gilman in a uncharacteristically quiet and contemplative mood. He salutes you quickly with his tail. Glory to you, Master Reader, and glory to the noble Rookie Greentail. Long may he prosper in the Commonwealth, and in so doing, may he benefit the plan into which we have all been thrust. 24%. Then he falls silent for a time. You sense him growing very emotional. In Noble Rookie, this knight found a kindred spirit, Master Reader. One of questionable honor, the greatest cunning, and such blinding speed as to befit the minstrel's tale. This knight fears our triumvirate lost something irreplaceable in him. Of course, this knight is also pleased that Rookie has achieved his freedom, very much so. And furthermore, this knight shall now continue training even harder than before. Rookie Greentail! This knight shall train on and until such time he is swifter than the jagged lightnings of the deathless Templars. Now, Master Reader, this knight must beg his leave of you, for it is time, not his rest, but for his training. Know that he is very grateful for your wisdom and your guidance in this rite. Between yourself and Master Rookie, you have instilled within this knight an unshakable resolve. He bows low and bids you a good evening. Why, hello my lovely reader, what might I do for you? This place, where I currently reside, is on Mount Iodel, is it not? This was where those blasted scribes decided what to do with me. I had already failed in my mission to eliminate the demon Solium Mur. 8 of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the first exile, or the last of his name. A once proud emperor who neglected his nation and found penitence in the downside. I did not anticipate his reckoning, you see. It took me some might be on his life, although do not expect to see an account of that in their good book. Whether it was for mercy or for spite, I never became certain. They probably presumed that my expulsion for eternity would eventually have taught me some respect for them. But no, not yet. Not yet. Well, I do not mean that, really. The scribe did spare my life, and were it not for that, I would have never been thusly trapped to then enjoy your company, O lovely reader. Now, having met my quota of blaspheming for this time, I think it is best that we resume the normal sort of business between us, if there is any to speak of. And good hunting at the precipice. May you soon rid of the downside of some racist idiot. Come visit me. Liberated. A residual likeness of Rookie, his mother and uncle. They may have reunited by now. Oh, he's gone. Only usable by rookie. Alright.
Mondiame Ligaratus.
Good morning, my girl. The place I noted earlier, let me illuminate the way. Moonlight Echo. A small landing on the dark side of the secret mountain. Wolfred indicates that we can await the next cycle of the rites here. Wolfred leads all of you into a calm and quiet clearing, tucked away inside one of the mountain's hidden folds. All about you can see a variety of strange items and equipment. You find Wolfred seemingly lost in thought, but then he turns to you.
Mondiame Ligaratus.
Greetings, reader. This work and I, with many memories together, and I could not help reliving some of them just now. I suppose some aspects of my past may be of relevance to you, given your role. If there is something you wish to know, you need but ask. I'll inquire you about his past. The two of them seem to be old acquaintances. How long have they known one another? Yeah. How do you know the Lone Minstrel? You ask Bullshit about his history with the Lone Minstrel, whom he seems to know quite well.
Pratis Tarevan.
Tariq was there with the Nightwings when they took me on. His manner has always been much as how you've seen. Although he is somewhat more cheerful now than I recall back then, you can believe that. I think our plan has sparked a little fire in him. He serves the Rites and the Nightwings. I have tried to ask him of his past before, but he seems rather reluctant to speak of it. So it is plain that he's not from around here. This being the downside, I respect his wishes for some privacy. Nonetheless, I do not know too much of him. Although I do not know too much of him, I count him as a friend. I lost track of him for some time, though it was he who first informed me that the Nightwings had returned. He and Tizzle were instrumental in our meeting. It's been good to see him doing relatively well. Anyway, was there anything else we wish to talk about for now? Wolfred reminds you of someone you heard about long ago in the Commonwealth. You asked Wolfred about his past in the Commonwealth and how he came to be in the downside. How rather forward of you, my girl. Most whom I have met during my travels here have been reluctant to approach the subject of one's history before one's exile. Nonetheless, I am happy to tell you. As a reader, I assume you are familiar with the stamping press, an illegal invention allowing written materials to be published at an extraordinary rate. In 617 AS, the Commonwealth was under siege from within as anti-theocratic propaganda quickly spread. I owned and operated one. I took issue with the Commonwealth, the ban on literacy, the interminable wars against the hiring remnant. I spread about the truth of it all with my machine. Under pseudonym, of course. Still, I knew I was putting myself at risk, and sure enough, my stamping press was eventually discovered and burned to the ground. I, however, managed to elude capture for a while. But for not long enough. Here, in the downside, I chanced upon the Nightwings, who were searching for a reader. In that respect, my past, I think, is similar to yours. Anyway, there's the long and short of it. Now then, was there anything else? Why did they disband? The triumvirate with which you are now a part seems to have a storied history. You expressed interest in knowing more of how the Nightwings came to be here, and Wolfred had past connection to the group. I have been connected to the Nightwings almost since the beginning of my days in exile. They found me in a manner as I understand quite like how Hedwig and the others found you. Back then, it was a smaller group than we have now. I joined an exile called Iresia, a former exile of the Nightwing who conducted the rites alongside me. And then another known as Oralek, a former exile of the Nightwings who conducted the rites alongside Wolfred and Arisa. Once in a while, we let little Tizo stand with us as well. He's rather older than he looks. Yet a triumvirate we stood against, they feared us. Only the Templars presented any threat to us in any given right. But There was a terrible accident. Arisa, we lost her. And Orlek, he was my friend. We fell from Mount Elodel. We lost him as well. On the night when he was set to be free. We were reckless, hasty, and I was powerless to stop any of it. I blamed the rights themselves, the circumstances that put us into danger. The downside has claimed many lives, yet it was too much. I vowed never again to don the mountain raiment. I had the black wagon cleared and buried, such that it could not be used again. If the Nightwing could rise again, it would be under different circumstances, under new leadership, and towards a different purpose. That's all I wish to say of this, my girl. It seems Wolfred was exiled for publishing anti-Commonwealth literature. Tragedy befell two former exiled Nightwings, and Wolfred renounced the rights. Apparently, the Lone Mistress took the Nightwings even before Wolfred has. There's no need to take out more this time. We thank Wolfred for his time and bid him a good rest of the afternoon.
Tashtaje ligaratus?
Likewise to you, reader. Well. Doing nothing.
Kirsazara kumpte? Igriata ligaratus.
Well, anyway, I think that will be it for this stream of Pyre. So that's pretty exciting. So go all the way with Fleet Rookie, and now it looks like there'll be more rights. So we have to see what happens from here on out. It's pretty interesting. I definitely remember this part. It took me by surprise for sure. Yeah. Anyway, thanks to everyone who came to watch, and people who might be watching the VOD later. I always appreciate it, and I hope people are enjoying this game, because I really love this game and I really like playing it. It's been such a long time. But yeah, thanks to you all. Thanks to everyone for dropping by and watching the VODs and stuff like that. I always appreciate it, and I just hope you like this game as much as I do. And yeah, so next Saturday we'll be back with more Pyre. The event will be up later on the channel. Feel free to have a notification and stuff. And I'll see you next week then for more Pyre. Alright, thanks guys. See you then. Goodbye.